supporters of Martin Fayulu chant slogans as he delivers his appeal contesting the results of the presidential election at the Constitutional Court in Kinshasa, DRC, January 12, 2019. Reuters. The African Union, has called for the suspension of the proclamation of the final results of the elections in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. This follows consultations between the chairperson of the African Union, Paul Kagame, who is also President of Rwanda, and leaders of the International Conference on the Great Lakes Region, ICGLR, and the Southern African Development Community, SADC. This is according to a statement issued to Zanis in Lusaka today, by Zambia's first Secretary for Press and Tourism in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, Inyutu Mwanza. Mrs. Mwanza disclosed that a high-level consultative meeting of heads of state and government took place yesterday, January 17, at the headquarters in Addis Ababa. The meeting exchanged views on the situation in the DRC in the wake of the presidential, national and provincial legislative elections of December 30, 2018 and agreed on a way forward. She stated that initiative is part of the African-led efforts, in the spirit of continental solidarity, to assist the DRC political stakeholders and its citizenry to successfully conclude the electoral process and preserve peace and stability in that country. Mrs. Mwanza said the meeting was chaired by the chairperson of the and attended by 16 heads of state and government and representatives from SADC, the ICGLR and other African stakeholders. Chairperson of the African Union Commission, AUC, Musa Falki Mahamat was also in attendance. Mrs. Mwanza added that the meeting was briefed on the electoral process in the DRC and subsequent developments by the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the DRC. She added that the meeting also followed updates from the chairpersons of the ICGLR, SADC and the Commission, and had in-depth exchanges of views thereafter. Mrs. Mwanza further said the heads of state and government attending the meeting concluded that there were serious doubts on the conformity of the provisional results, as proclaimed by the National Independent Electoral Commission, with the verdict of the ballot boxes. She pointed out that the heads of state and government agreed to dispatch shortly to the DRC a high-level delegation. The delegation will comprise the chairperson of the African Union and other heads of state and government, and chairperson of the Commission, to interact with all Congolese stakeholders, with the view to reaching a consensus on a way out of the post-electoral crisis in the country. Mrs. Mwanza also said the meeting urged all concerned actors in the DRC to interact positively with the high-level African delegation in the interest of their country and its people. She further explained that the heads of state and government expressed their appreciation to the chairperson of the Union for having taken the initiative of this consultative meeting. They also thanked the Commission and the Ethiopian authorities for the practical steps taken to ensure the successful holding of the meeting. The Democratic Republic of Congo's Electoral Commission declared opposition leader Felix Tshisekedi the winner of the December 30, 2018 polls. However, Martin Fayulu dismissed the results as electoral coup. President Edgar Lungu, who was among the heads of state that attended the consultative meeting in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, arrived back home in the early hours of this morning around 1 o'clock hours. Read 248 times, 248 reads today.